First method, check. Let's look at second method there. The second method of differentiation called first principle method. First principle method. All right, so let me show you how we solve questions using first principle. At this juncture in your learning journey, there's something that happens. You do a question the first time, it will not make sense. You have to do it the second time and the third time before you get a firm grip. All I want to do is simple. Just observe the process. Once you do the second example, the third example, or perhaps the fourth example, it will now make sense. For now, let me tell you what I mean. Let's use first principle, please. I want to tell you steps, but I don't think that's necessary. You can just do a question and then run with it instead of giving you steps. Take down, please. Given that y is equal to x squared, given that y equal to x squared, find the y dx using first principle. Find the y dx using first principle. Using first principle. Principle, is it PLE? Principle, is it PLE or PAL? Principle. The pronunciation, principle, is it PLE at the end or PAL? Sorry to burst your bubble. Principle is both of them. Both PLE and PAL are all principle. Go and confirm this. This word is pronounced principle, not principal. Go and verify it after now. Check Google or something. In essence, when you want to go to school to go and see the head of a secondary school, you're going to see the principal of that school, not the principal. All right? As much as we call it principal, the pronunciation principal does not even exist. It's crazy, but it is true. Go and verify. So this word, this and this, are actually homophones. They are both pronounced the same way. Principle, principle. Crazy, but it's true. After you verify that. Anyways, enough of English, back to maths. Let's do first principle differentiation. So here's the step. Look up, please. Now, first things first. Use general method here. What's your answer? 2x, general method. Let's use first principle. So what is the concept behind first principle? Please follow me up, please. For first principle, the first thing you do is simple. To y, you add change in y. You call this change in y, or you call it delta y. Whichever one your lecturer chooses to call it, no problems. To y, add change in y. To x, also add change in x. But please notice something. If I'm adding change in x to x, you don't write x squared plus change in x or change in x squared. That's wrong. So how do you add change in x to x? Here's what you do. This one becomes to x. I will add the change in x. Observe that this is raised to power what there? 2. So you have this. So this is how you add this. So first principle, what's your first step? Simple. To y, add change in y. To x, add change in x. That's your first step, basically. Always, yes, always. All right. First step to y, add change in y. To x, add change in x. What next? Well, if you've done that and you look at this very well, you will see that we have this stuff here. Our next task could be try to expand this man. So this becomes, I'll have y plus change in y is equal to, let's expand this man. When a term is being squared, it means that term is multiplying itself. So if I have a squared equal to what there? A times a. In essence, if I have x plus change in x all squared, this becomes what there? X plus change in x multiplying what there? X plus change in x. Now, this brings us back to first semester's work on binomial expansion. If I'm to expand this, again, I will try to explain this as simple as possible. If I am to expand this, what do? Well, the concept is simple. First 10 in the first bracket multiplies everything in second bracket. So I'm having this times everything here, this times everything here. So first things first, x times x. What do you have there? X squared. Please, the part 2 is x multiplying x becomes x part 2. Next up, this times this. So I'm having my plus. Now listen, if you have x times change in x, please, x times change in x gives you what there? X change in x, not change in x squared. That's wrong. Please, x times change in x. The concept here is that we are assuming change in x to be different from x. So x times change in x is not changing x times x squared. That's wrong. So x times change in x gives you what there? X change in x. Please take note. In essence, x times change in x gives you x change in x. I've used this to multiply these two. I have this answer. This man is check. Now use this to multiply this. The sign here is plus. We know very well that a times b gives you ab. If I reverse it and say b times a, this gives you ab true or false? Yeah, I know you might want to say, but is ba now? Well, ba and ab are the same thing. All right, it's called the commutative law of mathematics. Don't worry, let me not stress you. What I'm trying to say here is this: change in x times x is not change in xx. Please, change in x times x is the same thing as saying x times change in x, and that gives you what there? X change in x. Please take note. All right, change in x times x is x change in x. Then plus change in x times change in x gives you what there? Please, the same thing. Change in x all squared. All right. When two like things are multiplying themselves, it gives you the square of it. That's all. Please, do we have any like terms here? Yes. Yeah. What's like term? Yes. All right. This is equal to x squared, x change in x plus x change in x. What do you have there? 2. The 2. Let me break it down. The 2 is that whenever you have two like terms adding, the power here, the number here is 1, coefficient. Number here is 1. So 1 plus 1 gives you 2. So it becomes plus 2x change in x plus. All right. So this is my answer after expansion. In essence, this one here gives me x squared plus 2x change in x plus change in x squared. Please let me know, please. Any question, please? Let me know, please. Any question? There's any part you don't get very well, let me know, please. Any question? At a point, I will show you shortcuts. At a point, I will show you how to look at the question and tell the final answer without lifting a pen. I will also show you my own method. I have developed a method on calculus, which is my own method. So if you see it anywhere in the world, now me get them. I'm not kidding you. Not kidding you. In essence, we'll get to a point where I will no longer be doing it step by step like this. We'll start running. For now, I'm being very slow. Is there any point you don't get? Please let me know. Okay. We'll do this. We'll take a past question. We'll do this after this. We'll take a past question. Then we'll move on. All right. Just a side note. The way you do There's something about doing past questions. Back then, when we used to prepare for jam, me and my elders is we used to prepare for jam. After studying the entire new school physics textbook, I covered that stuff back to back like 5 times before I wrote my jam. Back to back 5 times. And funny enough, I did not pass my first jam. Crazy, man. Covered it back to back. Covered chemistry back to back, except organic chemistry. Maths, that one is. I wrote my first jam. Went to a center where Imopoli, Omagua, just before naked there. Traveled there, did my lodge, went to write jam, sat down there, right, writing before you know, just beside me there. All right, back to base. All right, I'll give you time to breathe so that the water does not get congested. Just breathe and then let's continue. So we are here. So listen. We are here. So listen. Please turn and come. Please turn and come. We are here. No. Back to base. First principle to y add change in y to x add change in x. What's next? Look up, please. When you expand this and you're here, your next step is to move the y term to the other side there. All right? So move y to the right hand side. That's it. Moving this man over, I'm left with change in y. So I'll have that change in y is equal to, repeat this man, I have x squared plus 2x change in x plus change in x squared. This is y. Move y over here becomes what there? Minus y. What's next? My next step now is to put y, substitute. Put y as equal to, what's the value of y here? Y is x squared. Put y as x squared. Please, this y here becomes x squared from the question. So what do I have here? Change in y is equal to x squared plus 2x change in x plus change in x squared minus y. What's y? X squared. Please, one person. Can you sit in between them? Do you sit in between them? If there's no place, you want to go back again? Let's go to the back. Listen, the way you know that you're on the right track when it comes to first principle is that after substituting, the terms you substituted will cancel out. Which term did I substitute here? X squared. X squared will cancel out this. So this becomes change in y is equal to, hold on, from here, x squared will cancel x squared. I'm left with what here? 2x change in x plus change in x squared. Please. The way you know you're correct in first principle is that if you're doing first principle, after substituting, all of these terms will cancel out. That's how you know. In this case, I only substituted one term. What term was that? X squared. The x squared will cancel out. You're on point. That's like a pointer that you're in the right direction. At this point, what next? You say divide by change in x. I told you something earlier that when you're learning new concepts, it looks somehow. But when you solve it first time, second time, third time, you get an idea of how it works. So please, that's how it looks like. Right? So next step, divide by change in x. If I divide by change in x, what do I have here? Change in y all over change in x is equal to 2x change in x all over change in x plus change in x all over. So divide each term by change in x. At this juncture, you have change in y over change in x is equal to, from here, this will cancel this. What do you have here? 2x plus this cancels this. You have change in x squared. That means 2 of it. So if you cancel one, what's left there? Change in x. So you have this. Then your final step is this. You put change in x to be equal to 0 on the right hand side. So you now have here as what? Change in y over change in x is equal to what there? 2x plus 0. So change in y over change in x is equal to, what do you have here? 2x. When we use general method here, use general method, dy dx is equal to, what do you have here? 2x. The same thing. But first principle is unnecessarily long. Right?
To get the complete video, simply join the first year students channel membership or get the Calculus Made Easy course from my website. Simply visit www.jonahemmanuel.com/courses to get started. Both links in video description.